Hi and hello, I'm going to show you in a minute who I am greeting. Today I brought to you a special car. The first Golf was presented in Munich in May 1974 and yes, this is the 50th anniversary of the iconic piece. This model was almost in every household from one of the series, as the 8 series is already in production. What I will present to you is a very special car. This is an off-road version from the second series, which is basically the godfather of all of the urban crossover. It even preceded the Toyota RAV4 by 4 years, the largest number of units sold SUV, which really blew up this market. Because you sit high, it's comfortable, practical, and you can go anywhere with it. In this video I will show you the Volkswagen Golf 2nd Series Chrome Edition. Country was intended by a project that was presented in Geneva in 1989 under the name Montana Project. After the presentation in Geneva, there were a huge interest at dealerships, so they started to produce it in series. It was planned to be produced for 3 years, but it was cancelled already in the second year. A significant reason for this could be that there was no interest in it at the time, as it was offered at almost 3 or 4 times at the price of the basic Golf. A base 1.3 gasoline Golf cost 9,000 German marks at the time. This particular model was 42,000 German marks, which corresponds to 41,000 euro at today's exchange rate. In addition to the high price, another reason for the cancellation of the project could have been the fact that it was released at the end of the production period of the second Golf series. It was produced only in 1990 and 1991. After the presentation at the Geneva show, there was a huge interest in the dealership, so 15,000 units were planned for the first 3 years. However, only 7,735 of them were sold. With the 558 pieces, the Chrome Edition wasn't the smallest series produced country edition. The GTI version, which a total of 50 pieces were produced, it wasn't available for commercial market, only the factory's employees available to purchase from the factory. 160 pieces of the all-round series were produced, which was 1,000 German marks cheaper than the base price, which was 32,000 German marks at the time. That has black artificial leather interior, terrain color exterior. All countries, regardless of the year of manufacture, were equipped with a small bumper. But in order to get a better off-road angle, they choose this smaller version. 438 extra accessories were installed on each country. However, they didn't do this in the Volkswagen factories. Pre-assembled Syncro were delivered to the Austrian Steierpuch AG factory, where Mercedes G-Wagons are still assembled to this day, and there they were rebuilt with these extra accessories. Each country is equipped with a twig breaker grid, also with an abdominal armor made of a 3mm stainless steel. The main beam and the fog lights manufactured by Bosch were also standard accessories. Of course, they were given a twig breaker grid too. Then, if you got home after a busy day and the lamp was dirty or had to be replaced, then the designers made a very simple and genius solution. This grid can be opened and the headlights easy to clean or replaced. Each Chrome Edition is equipped with the chrome steel wheels. Also chrome side steps only for the Chrome Edition. There were no 3-door version, only 5-door model was made. Also the electric Falldach roof. Beige leather interior with the GTI seats. All country model has a side step on the rear and they place the spare wheel on the back. Interesting fact is that the first series in 1990 didn't have yet a lock that could be used to lock this spare wheel holder. This was already solved with the rear door opening lock of the Golf Mk2. In this way we were able to access the rear luggage compartment by pulling it out. The trunk is not too big because the 4-wheel drive is located below and it's approximately 200 or 300 liters. And it's perfect for a weekend trip. Also, the Country series has assembled with the smoke rear lights. This is not a tuning element, it came out like this from the factory. The 438 pieces of extra parts that Steyr AG installed in this Golf Country practically increased the ground clearance of the car by 18 cm, giving it a very good off-road angle, and of course it has a lifted suspension with higher dampers, which was hardened so the body doesn't move during the drive and lies more stable on the road even under normal asphalt conditions. Also, they tried to make the Golf Country cheaper, which was already unrealistically high in its time, because the regulation of the time specified that if the car has 100 horsepower or more, it must have a disc brake at the rear. So the 1.8 GTI engine was programmed to have 98 horsepower only, and drum brakes were added to the rear. The special feature of the Country, even within the series of Golf Mk2, the rear seats with headrests were installed at the back. The Golf 2 was so successful that nearly 8 million units were sold, and that's why Volkswagen was able to develop projects like Montana and make such dreamy little cute cars like this. Let's have a look to the engine, because the angle of the inclination of half shafts should not be too large. This small 4-cylinder engine was placed quite deep. So what is it like to drive this car? I've been thinking about for 21 years. I sold my last Golf Mk2 about 21 years ago, the one I loved. It was a GTI, essentially the same engine, only the programming of the injector was different. I think it had 100 or 116 horsepower. It's surprising how lovable after all these years. How good to drive this car even with its relatively low performance. The suspension feels harder. It's surprisingly stable compared to the car, as I expected that the body would sway much more, but it isn't. Absolutely perfect for a use as an everyday car. This specific car was produced in 1991 and sold only in 1992 in April because it was a demonstration car in the German showroom. Thomas, the owner, used this car as you need. From April till September, bring it out only in dry weather conditions for a pleasure drive, and this reflects the overall condition of this car. After all, this car is not in mint condition. It's not a showroom piece. There are signs of use on these G63 spoke steering wheels, which were also standard accessories for the Syncros. You can see the sign and the years of using on the leather steering wheel. It's a little shiny here and there, but that's what gives a very special atmosphere to it, and I love it. How cool is that you go down such dirt roads? This off-road feature, which was designed for this car, handled these easy roads perfectly. It always drives at the front at 90–95% and switch back when needed. An incredibly good technology. It's a 33 years old car and it's still such a pleasure to drive. It's fantastic. It's a shame that they don't make such these cars nowadays. What I like the best about this whole car is that you don't need to take your eyes off the road at all when you need to turn on a fog light or an electric window or anything. After all, you can find these buttons even blindly, easy to turn them on or off, and when it's turned, these 33 years old buttons indicate with a loud sound that is on or off. I really miss these simple things in today's cars, as the technology is not so simple anymore. Of course, a million large displays have their advantage, as you can clearly see the navigation and many other things, but it's very distracting and overcomplicates it. The car manufacturers integrating completely simple functions on the touchscreen, such as climate control, how to turn it on, how to switch to cold or warm. In this car you can move it nicely, so it blows on your feet and on you, or perhaps on the front windshield. This technique still works beautifully after 30 years. Perfect for everyday use. I think that there is no need to invent what has already been invented. And these simple things are perfect, just like the old Mercedes. The electric opening faldak roof was installed only in the chrome editions at the factory. By the way, this was manufactured by Webasto, which also produced BMW parts, so the electric open-close bottom is the only BMW part in this car. It's a fantastic car. It's a wonderful experience to drive such an old Technic. Old? Come on. Perfect Technic still today. I would like to thank to Thomas, the owner, for letting me present this car to you, for lending me his little treasure that was so carefully guarded. I fully understand why he has kept it for more than 10 years, and I think he will kept it for a long time more. This is a real collector's model and unique even within the Golf Country series. I really enjoyed the presentation of this car. I hope you liked it too. Press a like, share and subscribe to my channel. After all, I will bring more special things. I'm not a car mechanic or a professional journalist, but I love cars. I searched online, and if there was something I missed or wrong information that I could have found, then of course mark this in the comments. Also write in the comments what other types you would like to see. Have a nice day and enjoy this beautiful car.